I see children as kites. You spend a lifetime trying to get them off the ground. You run with them until you're both breathless. They crash, you add a longer tail. They hit the rooftop. You pluck them out of the spout. You patch and comfort, adjust and teach. You watch them lifted by the wind and assure them that someday they'll fly. Finally, they're airborne, but they need more string, and you keep letting it out. And with each twist of the ball and twine, there's a sadness that goes with the joy because the kite becomes more distant, and somehow you know that it won't be long before this beautiful creature will snap the line that bound you together and soar as it was meant to soar, free and alone. Only then do you know that you did your job. Welcome to kindergarten. For those I have not yet had the pleasure to meet, my name is Julie McGann, and I'm the principal here at school number 6. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome you to Back to School Night. This evening is but one of many events designed to maintain open communication and enlist your partnership in the education of our children. I would like to take a moment to speak of the homeschool partnership as a priority. One of the most valuable things that we can teach our children in the early years is that we, the home, the school, and the parents, are partners. Together we can accomplish so much for our children, and our partnership will teach them that you, mom and dad, value, honor, and respect school, which they will then internalize. I ask that you keep the lines of communication open with your child's teacher, sharing relevant information and seeking information directly from her when you have questions or concerns. While our little friends in kindergarten are generally honest reporters, their timeliness, sequence of events, and understanding of cause and effect or accountability is not always accurate. As such, I urge you to reach out to your child's teacher to gather the facts if your child comes home with news of something that occurred in school which is of concern to you. And trust that when they tell us things about their home environment, we too shall take it with a grain of salt and will communicate and partner with you throughout the course of the school year. Speaking of the homeschool partnership and our goal of communicating, there will be 3 points of formal written communication throughout the school year. The November checklist is a document that we will use as a springboard for a conference between teachers and parents. It highlights the skills that we consider foundation skills to success in all areas of our curriculum, as well as certain important life skills like your child knowing his or her address. In January and June, you'll receive a report card. Oceanside has aligned the report card with our new curriculum, allowing us to communicate with you about how your child is progressing with our curriculum. Regarding our curriculum, which your teacher will discuss in great detail in just a few moments, 2 years ago, Oceanside began a process of aligning our curriculum along with a vast majority of states within the United States of America to the Common Core. Today, 44 states have aligned to the Common Core. The Common Core maintains a focus on college and career readiness, which may seem like a lifetime away, but the foundation for success upon graduation starts today. There are a number of shifts in education associated with the Common Core, and you'll have many opportunities to learn about these shifts, the Common Core learning standards, and the specifics as they relate to your child over the course of the year and the next 13 years. What the Common Core is not? The Common Core is not APPR or teacher accountability. For those who have read about teacher accountability and APPR, what is important to remember is that these 2 mandates, APPR and Common Core learning standards, were rolled out simultaneously, which is why they have been perceived as connected to one another. However, the timing is the only thing that unites these 2 mandates. What we will focus on today is the Common Core learning standards, our curriculum, the materials and resources that Oceanside School District has chosen to use to support the learning objectives, and specifically how your teacher brings all of this to life in her classroom. As we approach mid-year, you will have opportunities to learn about how our report cards are aligned with the Common Core learning standards, specifically in its design as a standards-based document and in terms of the academic grading key. What you're looking at right now is a visual depiction of how your child will be assessed in kindergarten. Please note that we recognize that our little people are whole people. with many facets to their learning styles and to the way that they are able to show us that they have learned a target skill or concept. As such, you will see here that your child's teacher will be looking at classwork, homework, class observations, student-to-student and student-to-teacher interactions, and written and oral assessment measures when assessing your child. Our goal will be to gain an accurate picture of what your child is learning and where he or she needs enrichment or support. Our report cards are about one of many ways that we plan to communicate this information to you over the course of the school year. In addition to formal communications, you should have already noticed that your child's teacher will communicate classroom happenings and learning objectives on a weekly basis through her weekly newsletter. Teachers are also always available to schedule phone conversations or meetings should the need arise. And serving as another highly valuable vehicle for our school-home partnership, we encourage you to get involved with our PTA at whatever level is most comfortable for you and your family. And here to speak to you about our PTA, it is my pleasure to introduce you to two people who have committed to volunteering their time to help bring magic to your kindergartner. Our PTA presidents for the 2013-14 school year, Mrs. Tara Brash and Mrs. Gina Riccatoni.
Good evening. I'm Gina Riccatoni.
And I am Tara Brash.
We are this school year's PTA co-presidents, and we would like to welcome you to our School 6 family. Tara and I are both full-time moms and have 6 kids between us, 4 of which are here in this building. Our boys are in pre-K 3, pre-K 4, as well as our 2 daughters in kindergarten. We are well represented. I speak for both of us when I say that we're excited for all the great cultural art assemblies and events our committees have planned for the school year. For those of you not familiar with our organization, our PTA membership dues and our fundraising efforts help support these activities and events such as K-Dance, Buddy Breakfast, Spring Fling, and Field Day. We also have some great opportunities to join in some fun with the whole family, such as movie nights and dinner night outs.
Now that we have shared some of what our organization does, let us clear up some misconceptions about PTA that often prevent people from joining. Myth 1, only stay-at-home moms join the PTA. This could not be further from the truth. Working parents, dads, and grandparents are also members of our organization. Myth 2, once you join, the PTA will begin calling and emailing you to volunteer. Not true at all. You do not have to be a volunteer to be a member of the PTA. PTA appreciates everyone's membership, whether you volunteer your time or not. Myth 3, I work and I can't give much of my time. We have working parents and stay-at-home parents that are on our committees. We have many events that require evenings, weekends, and minimal time. Sometimes an hour is all we need. One final myth, PTA is a clique. You may hear this a lot. This is a biggest misconception. We all begin in PTA not knowing many people. Come to a meeting and introduce yourselves to us. Stop us outside school. Tell us you want to get involved. Getting involved is a great way to meet other parents, neighbors, and make new friends. One of the main purposes of PTA is to promote the welfare of children and youth in home, school, community, and places of worship. Our PTA prides itself with the partnership we have with the teachers, staff, and our dedicated principal, Julie McGann.
Here at School 6, we cannot do that without your help. All these events are made possible by our committees, made up of volunteers, people like you. Whether a working or a stay-at-home parent, any amount of time you can give to volunteer is a contribution to our kids. Stop by our tables tonight, sign up for membership, fill out a volunteer form, and purchase some school spirit items. But more importantly, stop by and say hello. We'll be glad to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please feel free to contact me or either of our PTA presidents should you have any questions about school number 6. If you were unable to attend our last PTA meeting and you missed my thoughts on social media, I'd like to take a moment to urge you as parents to be mindful as we proceed with making the most of social media. Facebook, Twitter, and the likes are truly wonderful resources for gathering advice or opinions. But if you are looking for information or facts related to your child's school or classroom, please come directly to the school. In addition to me and your PTA presidents who will always direct you in the right direction for information, your child's teacher is your greatest ally and partner. I'd like to thank you for giving me your attention and for joining us tonight. And now, for a very special part of the evening, I turn your attention to your child's kindergarten teacher, the person who will hold your hand as we let out the string of the kite and watch your child soar as he or she was meant to soar. Have a wonderful back to school night and a magical remainder of the year.